I am Anna Harrison, born Anna Tuthill Symmes, and if history remembers me at all, it is not for my public actions, but for the brief and tragic moment when my husband, William Henry Harrison, became the 9th President of the United States in 1841. Yet my story begins long before that period of turmoil and sadness. I was born on July 25, 1775, in Morristown, New Jersey. My father, John Cleves Symmes, was a hero of the American Revolution and a man devoted to education and service to his country. Sadly, my mother died when I was still a child. My father, despite the hardships, did everything he could to provide me with a thorough education, a rare thing for a young woman of my time. Through this, I learned to read, write, and reason with discernment, skills that would serve me well throughout my life. It was on a visit to the Northwest Territory, where my father had established a new colony, that I met William, an ambitious young officer. Against my father's wishes, we married in 1795. With William, I shared a life of sacrifice and uncertainty, marked by his many military campaigns and our frequent moves. We had 10 children, and although life on the frontier was harsh, I did my best to ensure their education and well-being. In 1840, after a successful military and political career, William ran for President of the United States. The campaign was grand and memorable, marked by rallies, songs, and the famous slogan "Tippecanoe and Tyler too." Yet, as the wife of a man aspiring to the highest office, I remained in the shadows, as was customary for wives of the time. When William was elected in 1841, I did not accompany my husband to Washington for his inauguration. In truth, my failing health and advanced age, I was 65 at the time, precluded such a trip. I had intended to join William later, once he had settled into his new life. But fate had other plans. Just 31 days after becoming president, William fell ill and died, leaving behind a grieving country and a broken family. I was devastated. In an instant, I had become a presidential widow, a title I had never desired. William had accomplished so much, but his term, the shortest in history, did not reflect his legacy. After his death, I remained in our home in North Bend, Ohio, where I lived in solitude and the memory of our life together. Although I never occupied the White House, I was the first presidential wife to receive a congressional pension, a modest means of support after the loss of William. I may not have been a major public figure, but I lived through a time of upheaval and transformation. My story is that of a woman who loved, lost, and persevered in a changing world. I look back with pride on my children and grandchildren, who carry on the legacy of William and me. I left this world in 1864, after 89 years of a life marked by resilience and faith. I remain in history as a silent witness to a brief but crucial chapter in American history, the faithful companion of a man who sacrificed so much for his country.